So, it's that time of year again, where I get to unbox awesome stuff. So, Assassin's Creed Syndicate is going to be out later this year, and Ubisoft have very kindly sent me some of the special editions. We've got here the Big Ben case, and we've also got the Charing Cross edition. So, the first thing to show you guys in the Charing Cross edition, and it is, I think, the same one in Big Ben, we'll check it in a minute, is the lovely statue of Jacob Frye. There's also this bit here, which has everything else that you could possibly want, including the game, which is the important thing, right? Now, I will add, there is nothing in here. I haven't been sent the game early, so don't panic. But this is the special edition for the PS4, which includes missions involving Darwin and Dickens. Don't know anything about that, but we'll find out, I guess, when it comes out, because I'll probably end up getting it on PS4, because it also has the Dreadful Crimes, which is 10 missions only for the PS4. So if you were wondering what platform to get between the Xbox One and the PS4, might be worth doing the PS4. So that is obviously a copy of the game. You've also got your soundtrack. Assumably it's the soundtrack, usually is. Yes, the sound of Assassin's Creed Syndicate. And you've got a map of London, which is, oh, it's the right way up. I've done good. The map of London, and on the back, you've also got an advert for some cough syrup. I guess that has some part in the game. I guess we'll find out. There's also, it says here, Kenway's Mansion with a question mark. So I guess there's a tie-in to 3 onwards, 4, we'll find out. But that looks like it's already pre-marked up with Templar Hunt, Gang Stronghold, Child Liberation, and Bounty Hunting. So assumedly this is exactly what the game's map is going to look like of London and where everything's going to be. We'll find out on release, I suppose. But that's quite a nice little bit. If you're a fan of the old maps and collecting them, this is quite a nice one to get framed. It feels pretty nice, pretty nice quality paper. And then if you're a fan of, a bit like my mum, if you're a fan of old posters, you might like the cough syrup one instead. And then we've also got, as usual, the Art of Assassin's Creed book, which is in some nice metallic snazziness. And I'll get a little flick through of some of the pages for you guys to have a look at. There's obviously the usual like fancy art stuff. We like that. But assumedly as well, there's also various game concepts. That one looks actually pretty horrific. It's got some weird ass claws going on as well. Because it's all about bare knuckle fighting, except obviously not, because he's got weird little claws. But it looks cool, so I guess we'll see how that plays out in the game itself. Now we're going to have a look at the Big Ben case, which is going to be a little bit more pricey. I'll try and see if I can find Amazon links for you guys so you can check them out, and if you're interested, follow through on that. But you'll see here there's a giant clock, and when this turned up, I put it down a bit weirdly, and like the whole thing just went, in fact I can't even do it, come on, did that? I was like, oh god, I've broken it. This is actually a magnet, so if you want to reform it afterwards, you can just stick it on. I'm going to get this the wrong way up, but you can just stick it back on. So you don't have to worry about breaking it, which was the major thing that I did. But, oh God, there we go. Right, so that's that bit. Now, inside we have got, once again, a statue. Let me get him out of his case. Now, there's also a nice bit of silicone stuff, which we'll just put over there for now. If you were watching the live stream that I did, you may remember that one of these turned up. So this should be the same version, and it's got obviously the Big Ben clock face, which is why there's half a clock mechanism behind him. Assumedly this is going to be one of the hiding places in the game. Who knows? Again, we'll find out when it turns up, but it makes sense because it is quite a tall tower. I think this is supposed to move, but I'm not going to play with it too much because last time we did that, we broke Edward's sword. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. But as you can see, it's got a nice bit of clock to go with it versus the other one. So if you want to have the Charing Cross one, you've got an Assassin's logo with rails on it. But if you'd rather have this one, So again, I suppose it's a little bit like, was it Notre Dame last year or the other one? You've got a slightly different choice of statue depending on which one you prefer. I quite like this one, to be fair, but having said that, from this angle, I'm quite liking the railings on this, so who knows? Right, so the final bit of this, and this is why this one is probably going to be a little bit more expensive, along with the statue being a little bit more extravagant, is the extra swag that's in here. We've got some concept art that says on the back of it, let me read this. First it says number 24, so I assume this is case number 24. But it says on the back of this, Big Ben Collector's Case, thank you for being one of our most loyal fans. The Big Ben Collector's Case is the ultimate edition for Assassin's Creed Syndicate. This product was built thanks to your enthusiasm and passion, with the utmost care and attention. That's from the art director and the concept artists. There we go. So that is a close-up shot of the artwork. So if you're like me and you do like your Assassin's Creed artwork, then it's probably going to end up going in a frame to go with all the other stuff that's turned into a shrine, partially by, you know, covering Assassin's Creed on YouTube, but also buying too much of it myself. You have got the artwork book again, you've got the map of London again, and you've got the soundtrack again. So there's all of those, but you've also got the snazzy metal case, which if you like your special cases, like I do, it's going to be right up your street. There's also a nice bit on the back, it's embossed. It says, oppression has to end. So it goes right into like the London Industrial Revolution vibe that's going on. And again, inside, there's nothing in there, just to prove a point. But that will be your game case if you're buying this edition. There's also, depending on who you are, this might be the pièce de résistance of the whole thing. There is also a rather nice London Rooks hip flask. So again, if you're into this sort of stuff, might be right up your street. So there we go. That is the Big Ben Collector's Edition for Assassin's Creed Syndicate. As I said, I'm going to be covering the game when it comes out, so if you're interested in further information, do stay tuned over the next few months, because I should have more exciting stuff for you on it. And if you're interested in picking up any of the cases, then check the description for a link to the Ubisoft store. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully you'll enjoy Assassin's Creed Syndicate when it comes out.